How quiet's that? So a month or so back, I managed to get myself a couple more Spindle Moulders. I got this one here, which is a SCM T120C, and I also got myself a Wadkin BEM. The BEM, I've been chasing one for many years, but just have never been in the right place at the right time to be able to get one that I could afford. Anyway, I managed to pick up these two here. Today I'm just going to focus on this one, and I'll show the BEM on another video. The BEM I had to get repaired, which I've since done, but I just wanted to focus on this one because I've got this one set up, working, and I've been thoroughly impressed with it, so I just thought I'd give a quick overview of this machine. As I said, it's an SCM, the Invincible T120C. It's 5-speed forward, 5-speed reverse, and I always look out for spindles with the reverse direction on it because I do use every now and then the reverse direction. One of my door cutter heads, the cutters were ground upside down, so the only way I can use that and get a good finish out of it is to use it in reverse, which is, as I said, why I always chase in reverse. Anyway, this machine didn't come with the fence and hood arrangement, unfortunately. So the one that I have on here at the moment is off the BEM. As I said, the BEM needed repairs, so in the meantime I just robbed the fence off that to put on this so that I could get this working, because this didn't need any repairs. It was fine straight off the bat. So I have actually got hold of an Invicta Delta spindle for next to nothing, scrap money basically, and my plan is to rob the fence off that and put it onto this. I just need to pick it up. I've bought it, but I haven't picked it up, so yeah, can't do that just yet. And now it's raining, flooding rains here at the moment for the next well, 3 or 4 days at least. Yeah, so I just wanted to give a rundown on this one because I've never had an SCM before. Dad had a T130 and a T110 before I started with him, but as far as I go, I've never had an SCM, and I've just been really impressed with this machine. It's all solid cast iron. I don't know how old it is. There's no identification plates on it anywhere. The only identification on it is just what we see here, which is the Invincible and the T120C, obviously the SCM there, but that's all there is. The machine came out of a technical college, so that's all I know about it really. I'm assuming, looking at it, I'm assuming that it's 70s or 80s, at a guess. I think the Dad's T130 was a late 80s machine. He bought that brand new in about 1988, I think, 87, 88. And it was a different colour scheme altogether to this, and a totally different sort of look to it. So this is older than that for sure, but whether it goes to early 80s or whether it's 70s, I don't know. If you know, post it in the comments because I would really like to have some kind of idea of its age. Now, as I said, it's 5-speed forward, 5-speed reverse. That's just done by, there's a handle here. It's just a matter of pulling this handle across like that, which brings the motor across closer to the shaft, loosening the belt, and you can just switch the belt on the pulleys. So the speeds are 2900, 4400, 6600, 7800 and 10,000. I'm running it on 6600, which is probably as fast as I would want to run anything on. Don't really want to be going any faster than that. That's working perfectly adequate for me, so I'll keep it as is. So apologies here for the screenshot, but I just couldn't get my GoPro to work with my cameras. Anyway, what I'm pointing to here is the section within the pedestal that actually is the lock. Now this is missing on this particular machine, and I was trying to show that with the GoPro, but yeah, so the cable's missing from this end, and the next picture I'll show you where it goes up and where it actually connects to the shaft. So the cable comes around and joins into here. It appears that there's something else missing as well, because in the first of those two holes there, a pin has to go through there which actually locks the shaft. So thankfully for me, I thought that I was going to have to buy a new cable and a new setup, but thankfully for me I didn't have to do that, and there was actually a pin I found in the bottom of the pedestal which you can just manually lock the shaft with, so that's what I'm using. And this is the pin. It just sticks in through that hole and just locks the shaft in place so that I can change the cutters. The reason why I wanted to get spindles like this is I wanted a bigger table. The only issue that I have with the EQs and the little EPA is they only have a 900 square table, so not that it's small, but it's not, you know, sort of big. And my main EQ it doesn't matter on because I have tables out either side, but I don't have enough room in here to have tables on every spindle. So these ones have an 1100 long table, as does the BEM. It's also 1100. So it just gives me that bit bigger table, a bit more purchase for working longer stock on and things like that. I need to get myself another couple of feed units. That's an absolute must. So as soon as I've got a chance, I'll be putting a feed unit on this and a feed unit on the BEM. So this is the height adjustment here. It actually has unlocked this screw here, and it winds it up at normal rate, and then it has another screw up here which is like, I think it's like a micro adjustment. I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't really spent much time figuring that one out, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yep, so thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.